Hello everyone and Happy New Year! Welcome to my channel for my first video of 2018. I'm Jessie, and for today's video I'm working on a drawing of a Mavka. A Mavka, for those who don't know, is a female spirit in Ukrainian mythology. It's said that the souls of young children who died unbaptized, or young girls who died tragic or unnatural deaths, will become Mavkas. A Mavka is typically described as a fair, long-haired figure. Oh, and they're usually naked. Should probably mention that. They often appear in the form of pretty young ladies wearing flower crowns who entice and lure young men into the woods to their death. They live in groups in the forests and sometimes mountain caves that they decorate with rugs that they weave from stolen flax seeds. Sometimes the stolen flax is also woven into translucent cloth to make clothes for themselves. Though if the cloth is translucent, I can kind of see why most would just go naked, because if you could just see right through your clothes, then what's really the point in wearing them? Alright, so when might you encounter a Mavka? Well, one day you might just be minding your own business, hiking through the Ukrainian forest when suddenly a beautiful, naked, young lady comes along and asks you for a comb. You better hope you have one too, because if you tell her you don't, she will become enraged and kill you. A little harsh in my opinion. Now, if you are lucky enough to be carrying a comb and offer it to her, it is said she will take the comb her hair, and just leave you alone. However, because a pretty, stark naked young woman just appeared out of nowhere, some men wouldn't take the help they were just given and instead of running away, would follow the Mavka, enticed by her beauty. One might also say it's because they were thinking with the wrong body part, if you know what I mean. You can't tell me that a man who suddenly sees a naked lady in the forest is deciding to go with her because he wants to discuss quantum physics. So how do you tell if the random naked girl in the forest is a Mavka and not your possible soulmate? Well, for starters, you're not going to find your soulmate in a beautiful naked woman in the woods. Sorry to burst your bubble, but if you don't believe me, look for her shadow. If she's a Mavka, you won't find one. I can hear you now. Oh, but if it's an overcast day, neither of us would have a shadow. Well, smarty pants, she also won't have a reflection in the water. Now, if you're too lazy or too in denial to find water to test this theory, or if you do see that she has no reflection in the water but still are convinced that this couldn't be the love of your life, I'm telling you, it's not gonna happen, dude. Try and take a peek at her back. Oh, but her beautiful long hair is in the way. Of course it is. Wonder why she keeps it so long? It's not for lack of scissors, I'll tell you that. It's because she has no skin on her back. Yep, you heard me. Move her lovely blonde locks out of the way and you'll see all her lovely organs and spine on display. By now it's probably sank in that following her back to her group of fellow Mavkas for games, dancing, and orgies, yes, you heard me right, while their pet demon plays songs on a flute, yep, heard me right again, probably isn't going to be all she cracked it up to be. Now would be the appropriate time to crap your pants. Your best bet is to run. Run like you are a minor character on The Walking Dead. Run like you're wearing a red uniform on Star Trek. Run like your great Aunt Myrtle with the hairy mole is coming to visit and wants to give you a kiss. Because if you continue to go with the Mavka, you will die, and in the lamest way possible. They will tickle you to death and then chop off your head. Because apparently they like to be very thorough in killing someone. Some might say it's overkill, but to each monster their own, I suppose. You might be wondering what one can do to protect themselves against a Mavka. For one, you can keep yourself out of the woods, but if that doesn't work for you, ancient Ukrainians believed one could be protected if they used either garlic, onions, horseradish, wormwood, or lovage to ward off the spirit. However, the most effective method was to get rid of the Mavka through baptism. If you baptize a Mavka, its soul will go to heaven and then will thank you by performing various favors. To do this, you need to throw up a kerchief during the Pentecost holidays, say a name, and add, "I baptize you." However, this only worked for 7 years after the death of the child or young woman that was turned into the Mavka. If the soul did not go to heaven within 7 years, it would remain a Mavka forever. However, not everyone wanted to just get rid of the Mavka. I mean, people considered the Mavka evil and feared them, but they were also considered knowledgeable and were endowed with magical abilities. People would treat them respectfully and place sacrificial bread on the fields, hoping that the Mavkas would protect their crops and cattle by driving out wild animals. I'm out now, you might be wondering, well, where are all the boy Mavkas? Some legends do also tell of male Mavkas, however, all that I could find on them were that instead of long blonde hair, they have short, curly red hair, and that's really about it. Unfortunately, I just couldn't find any other lore on boy Mavkas, so I have no idea if their backs are skinless as well, or how they would go about hiding that their backs were skinless since their hair is shorter, or if they hang out with the girl Mavkas on Saturdays and play Mario Kart. I mean, I'm sure there's more lore on them out there, I just haven't been able to find it. But if any of you know anything about these legends, feel free to share them in the comments. Also, let me know what else you'd like to see me create. This year I'm making a goal to be more consistent with my videos. I'm aiming for one a week. It's almost time to bid you lovelings farewell, but before I end this video, I'd like to feature this piece from Melted Chi. Check them out on DeviantArt, they have a lot of good pieces. Also, if you'd like a chance for your art to be featured in my next video, shoot me a message on social media. All my links are down in the description below. Thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video, and go ahead and check out these other videos to the left. You know you want to. Hey, might as well subscribe while you're at it. New videos are on their way and you don't want to miss them, do you? Of course not. Just click my face to the right to subscribe. Again, thank you all for watching. Bye!